It's time to take command with former NFL tight end Logan Paulsen and former Commanders beat reporter Craig Hoffman.
Take 5, the 5-minute edition of Take Command. I'm Craig Hoffman. He is Logan Paulsen. And Logan, I got we do a segment called Never Read the Comments on my show on Wednesdays on the radio, where we dive into the comments section and sometimes we actually get interesting, good comments, and we reply to those, and we ignore the ones that are terrible. Or I just reply to them going, huh? Anyway, this one I thought was good, and it was directed towards you, so I figured I'd bring it to the podcast.
Sure.
It goes, Craig, can you ask Logan what's the dynamic in the locker room when you have a veteran tight end literally screwing his young quarterback by giving the other team the ball? That is fan language for having the ball hit off your face mask, bounce up in the air, and be intercepted, a la Logan Thomas on Sunday. Continuing the question, is that a potential issue for Sam? Would a Matt Ryan get greater accountability from his receivers? These guys seem to be dropping a ton of easy balls to catch from Sam, which they suddenly catch from Jacoby. You've been there, you've done that with veterans, with younger players. What do you make of the change in performance between Sam and Jacoby for the receivers?
Yeah, I think there's a couple things there. One, I don't think there's a change necessarily in accountability. Like every quarterback I played with, young, old, inexperienced, super experienced, like you as the receiver of the football understand that he's giving you an opportunity and you need to capitalize on it. So like even guys like Santana Moss and Pierre Garçon, Deshaun Jackson, who were, big personalities for the position, like they drop a ball and it's like when they should have caught, like they're immediately tapping their chest. They're taking ownership of that. And because like that's the culture in the NFL. Like I think people undervalue the level of professionalism required in these certain situations, and I think I'm a pro. I'm going to catch the ball. You threw it to me. I don't care where it's going to go. I'm going to try and catch it. And you can put me in a tough spot, but it's ultimately my job. And to the second part of that, I think that's really interesting. But I also think it's the experience of a quarterback leads to easier catches. And so,
Bingo.
Yeah, like that's something that I think people sleep on. Like a young quarterback, like they're going to put a lot of velocity on there. They're going to hit you. Like Santana talks about this all the time with Robert Griffin, and he's mentioned it on our the Command Center podcast, all that kind of stuff that we do with him.
He's been telling this story since it was happening in real time. Right. We used to do it on the Santana Moss show back in 2016.
And like when you're running a slant and the ball is not out when you've put your foot down, the ball is coming to you later in the down. The defense is closing. It's going to make a tight window throw. There's going to be a collision. And that is something you don't want to think about. But so often, like you get, because the NFL is so well oiled and so well conditioned, like when the ball is off rhythm, even a little bit, it throws up your catching process. It throws off your catching process. So like I'll run a stick, for example, right? It's a 5-yard out. And I understand the quarterback's read. I got to go flat to stick. And if for whatever reason the quarterback like double clutches or throws the rhythm off, it makes it harder to catch the football. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's just like you're so used to a specific order and rhythm and timing that when it's augmented even a little bit, it becomes very hard to catch the football. And you're trusting the quarterback to protect you and also give you an opportunity. So like in the context of Jacoby, when you look at some of the throws he's made specifically against the LA Rams, like he's throwing a comeback to Jahan, it's on time. And that window, that separation Jahan has created is then maximized. The stuff you're seeing from Sam on film is he's waiting to see it open, then he's throwing it. It allows the defensive back to recover. It makes the timing of the catch harder, and it allows the defense to affect the throw a little bit better. So I think that's all part of it. And I think people sleep on how the quarterback influences that drop statistic so dramatically. And I'm not saying Sam is doing anything wrong. That's part of being a young quarterback. But like one of the reasons it was great playing with Matt Ryan is he threw a catchable ball. So that encompasses velocity. It also encompasses timing. It also encompasses ball position. Like if Matt's throwing me the ball, I know it's going to be right at my throat. My hands just got to go up. I just got to catch it, right? Some of these other quarterbacks, younger guys, they don't understand that. They don't have the relationship with the receiver, and they can make it more challenging. So that's like when, like for example, we got the draft coming up, and you're looking at receiver drop rates just as something to talk about. One of the reasons receiver drop rates are so high in college football is because the quarterback play is worse. So they have to adjust all these throws all over their body. They're coming out of the break. The timing's off. And usually that'll decrease when they get to the NFL because you're dealing with someone who's super dialed in from a timing and ball location standpoint. So I don't know if that answers the question, but that's kind of my thought.
Exactly the way, it's exactly the way I answered it. I was like, I will ask Logan, but my guess is this. So I feel very smart and validated right now, which is really
well. We spent enough time together. We should be able to.
Yeah, but if it'd be like you get on the jugs machine and everyone's seeing receivers like da 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 bang da 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 bang, like there's a rhythm to it.
Yeah.
Now imagine you go da 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 catch. Yeah. Like that is essentially what happens sometimes with a young quarterback because all of a sudden the rhythm and the timing and everything is off. So you come out of your break, your hands flash, you expect the ball, all of a sudden it's not there, or it's on you faster. Right. You have to rush because, he's late, but that means he's now firing a fastball when it should just be a regular ball, and that ball gets on you. Santana's talked about how Robert broke one of his fingers because he just didn't have the velocity control. And I think when you look at the play, does Logan Thomas need to catch that ball on Sunday?
100%.
100%.
And he would tell you that.
But Sam fires a fastball from 4 yards away off his face.
Yeah.
It's not an easy catch, and it's not. And it's a little behind him. And so if Jacoby is out there, that ball's probably got a little bit more touch and a little bit more timing and a better placement, and it's an easier catch.
Well, I also want to say that with Logan too, is again, there's a rhythm to the progression. So when I'm running out of that and the way the defense is configured around Logan, you probably don't feel like you're getting the ball. There's a guy right on his back. There's a guy coming downhill. He can feel that guy coming downhill. So he's like, I'm not getting the ball. That ball should go to the next level throw, right? But Sam kind of has a moment of kind of high energy and freaking zips the ball. So versus a veteran quarterback, there's a rhythm to it, right? I come out of my break. I'm in that flat route. I see his eyes check the high cross. He comes back to me. Sam double clutches his eyes. The ball comes out. And Logan's also in between there, I would assume, on do I block? Because Sam's attacking the line of scrimmage. So again, those are things, again, I'm not making an excuse for Logan because Logan will tell you he's got to catch the football. And that's part of the position.
Overcoming all that stuff is part of the job.
Right. But it does
But you don't have to overcome it if it's Jacoby.
Yes, correct. Yes.
So there you go. That is the answer to that question here on Take 5. We'll see you tomorrow for a big, gigantic San Francisco 49ers preview, including a comprehensive look at how the Niners have built their operation as a model for how Washington can build theirs. For Logan, I'm Craig. See you tomorrow on Take 5.